Welcome back, simulated car fans, to the Game and Muscle YouTube channel, where we continue with our Project Cars 2 preview content. In this video, we're jumping into the Rallycross cars to check out some of the off-road driving that Project Cars 2 is going to offer when it comes out in September. And, well, first things first, it turns out that Rallycross driving is bloody hard, especially when you've just been driving a bunch of track content. You really do have to completely adapt and change your approach to the vehicles, because these Rallycross cars are absolutely bananas. Ridiculous power, all-wheel drive, and you know, completely on another level to any other vehicle really. They're kind of like a hovercraft with ridiculously grippy tyres. You also have the added joy of the Rallycross tracks that are in Project Cars 2. Some of them you'll recognise from other Rallycross games, having tarmac and dirt on them. So not only do you have to initially learn the completely different vehicle, but then you have to mid-race adapt to the different types of surface, which is, once you start getting the hang of it, really quite satisfying when you actually nail a corner. And I especially noticed with this car the importance of actually loading the vehicle up into the corners, maybe not using the handbrake that much, but actually getting the weight of the car to fling it around and then just power on, getting all the wheels lined up, more as you would drive a rally car rather than a race car, which obviously makes sense for Rallycross. You've got to chem block it! Sponsored by Monster, eat some Doritos. Mind you, even if you do chem block it, you have to sort of be a bit of a weatherman, and because of all the rain and everything else, it completely changes the grip levels. That again affects how you approach corners, and you really do have to be quite tentative in certain scenarios. It's very easy when the track's damp, or goes from dry to damp, to enter the corner as you did the previous lap and then just find yourself rotting off sideways. As I say, it's bloody hard, but I started after a couple of races to get to grips with it, get an expectation of what the different types of grip will be like in the different sorts of weather, and it is really, really satisfying. And whilst doing this, I was actually quite surprised with how the AI seemed to make overtake moves without actually punting me off the track. Now, the AI is not completely perfect. As I say, this isn't the final version of the game, so it might change as well. You do notice some occasions where the AI crashes, but to be fair, no more worse than what you'd get from real drivers. I'd expect this to be, for the driving to be a lot worse in multiplayer. Though, you know, supposedly there's going to be some kind of ranking system in multiplayer, so maybe that won't be the case. But even then, you know, most people playing driving simulators have a bit of a breakdown in multiplayer. So, on balance though, the AI have done some really nice overtakes, despite it being maybe in the dirt or the wet, and they haven't just punted me off the track. So I've actually ended up with some really nice side-by-side driving in conditions that are absolutely atrocious, where normally AI would just completely fall apart. So that was a real genuine surprise with the off-road driving in the Rallycross. And also, you know, it's off-road driving in Rallycross in a game that's also a track racer. And I have to say, it's pretty crazy really just how broad the content is, and the amount of types of driving that are in Project Cars 2. Normal track driving, different weather, night driving, dirt, Rallycross. It's as if SMS had a games designer that was going completely mental and the producers forgot to rein them in. Now, moving away from the Rallycross cars, which were obviously designed to be driven in Rallycross, it's pretty self-explanatory, I thought, why not do something really sensible, pick up a BMW from the dealership and give it a bit of a test drive. Now, the guy in the dealership said, you know, be careful, don't get any scratches on it, you might be liable for payments. But, you know, he trusted me, so I thought I'd take it out to one of the Rallycross tracks, and here we are. It's absolutely awesome, and I was really, really surprised with this. I wasn't expecting to just be able to get a bog-standard car and have it work as well as it did off-road, and have it drive in a way that feels really natural and just really satisfying. You can absolutely either drive on the throttle, on the brake, with the steering. It's totally up to you. It's really nice how the car lightens up going over the crests of hills, especially when you get airborne, but also how the engine bogs down when it's trying to clamber up a mountainside. Obviously, it's a ridiculous scenario, but it just works, and it's fun, so it doesn't really matter. Now, before I return the BMW back to the dealership, I had to see what it was like to drive at night, because, you know, you can't buy a car just from driving it in the day. It could be totally different at night. So I parked the car at the side of the track, waited for the sun to go down, and got my AI friends for another race. Now, of course, driving at night doesn't particularly change the handling. I guess it might do in terms of temperatures, but, you know, nothing too drastic. But what it does change is the fact you've got headlights to be able to see in the dark, and the way the headlights pick up the dust when the cars go in the off-road sections of the track is really nicely done. Obviously, it makes you completely blind, but of course, you can push the headlight button and you can see again. It's like you're in the SAS and you've decided to drive a BMW into enemy territory. You don't want to get detected. A scenario that must happen at least once a week. So not only will Project Cars 2 train you how to drive a really expensive car off-road, but it will also turn you into a bizarre super soldier. Now, I've yet to test other vehicles off-road and find out if they're as enjoyable as this BMW or the Rallycross cars, but there is a good deal of off-road content to go through, so we'll definitely be taking a look at it over the next week or so. And yeah, all I can say is I was just really surprised by the quality of the off-road driving in Project Cars 2, and you know, that's combined with the weather and everything else. Just quite stunning how much stuff is actually in the game. So that's really our initial first impressions of the off-road racing in Project Cars 2. As I say, it's not the final version of the game, it's a press build, so stuff is liable to change before they actually go gold and launch the game. But really exciting, as I say. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and like the video if you enjoyed it, dislike it if you didn't enjoy it. Of course, those of you that do click the subscribe button will gain approximately 6.8% more grip on the off-road tracks when it comes to tight corners, especially in the moments where you need that grip to be able to win the race. So you'd be stupid not to subscribe, really. I'm off for my fourth cup of tea of the day. Until the next video, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one. Goodbye.